Good afternoon, one and all. So, today this is our third session of the 3 days of the FDP program on a paradigm shift from offline to online teaching. On the previous 2 sessions, we already looked at basic tools, content creation, content sharing, where we can store it, how we can prepare forms, as well as many other platforms. But today we are more focusing on how to execute it. How can we, as what I do right now, right? How can we do that? So those things we will be discussing today. So just to recap, if you wanted to look at the previous second session, it is in my YouTube channel. You just for Girinath Pillai. In that channel, you will be able to find the second as well as the first sessions, which is covering different online platforms and tools, its users, and how to sign up and all those details. And the assignment details we are anyway discussing in the Slack channel, so we will proceed with that. So as usual, we are going with a Menti. If you, I know that already few of you have already casted your vote, but if anybody wants to cast a vote, please go to menti.com and give 805606. That is the number. So this picture has a big meaning in my last slide. That's why I put this picture here. So we have to also face those challenges during this online teaching sessions. So moving forward, this is a quiz. Yeah, I know there is an audio coming in, but that's okay. Great. I can see already 36 people have answered this. Like, do you have an active LinkedIn profile? Yesterday, I could see that a few people less people were there on the active, and there were around 9 or 12, I remember, I'm not sure, on not having a LinkedIn profile. But now you can see there are very less people, so that I can see many of you have started creating it. Going to the next, to take a feedback, how was the second session? That is my previous session, day before yesterday. I can see 43 people have already casted their vote, and this I can understand what you're trying to say. You might need once more. Of course, I recommend you to please watch the recorded session. And thank you so much to all for the feedback. Somewhat okay, I can really understand. Might not, which you already know, or it was so fast, or you couldn't follow it up. Yeah, we have time constraints, so we have to also see, because more than 2 hours of online session will also give us more stress and other issues. So it's better to keep it short, but try to get, I know it's too much of information that is being shared in a short time. Anyway, thank you all for this feedback. So this is really helpful. Now, how difficult was the assignment? Yeah, I can see 41 people have shared their views. I can see some were having did not understand, very difficult. I would recommend if you can ask your questions on the common channel of Slack, it would be great, so that me or someone else who have already done could able to respond. If there is a delay, please excuse us, but surely we can respond to it. And then it was fine, instructions helped, understood and easy. I can understand, because different we might, someone already knows basics of it, and they just came to know the extra advantages, so like that. Anyway, so thank you so much. This is what we wanted to also, but people who are having very difficulty or did not understand situation, I would recommend we all together should help them to also come to the level of who can understand and move forward with them also creating a course and conducting online. So there's another thing like submission on all assignments. I can see there is one person not interested. I agree with you, because you might be having more other tasks from your curriculum. So I agree, but you can take your time whenever you wanted to do it. and too much of task, I know, because of these 3 sessions we had to fit in all the tasks and no other way. um, but yeah, submit on time and thank you. We'll try to extend some time, so let's see. So today's agenda is more, we are looking at general guidelines, again e-learning, participation evaluations we already did. Now we are moving forward to hands-on, and then we will look at the question and answer session. So going forward with the slides, let me tell you, so this is something which we already do. Please, all of you, mute yourself. Do not start your video. If you want to put any message, put in the chat. And as I always do it as a disclaimer, please do not share any personal details, and discussions and comments are all my personal views and does not have any connection with my employer or any organizations. And slides contains content, pictures, videos taken from different lectures or articles and websites, so it is all the copyrights of their respective authors. And as I already told you, all these slides will be uploaded to SlideShare. Not much slides content is there, but still it will be helpful for you because it refers to the video links. The YouTube video will be much more helpful for you. So today we are going to cover this is the final session. So today we are going to cover exams test using ClassMarker website, then Google Classroom to coordinate, and assignments, and for the students to submit any assignments. It's kind of a form but more structured way. You can add all the students, you can add co-teachers, you can create subject wise classrooms. All those things are possible. Generation of automated certificates are also possible using Google Forms, and I'll discuss more that during that time. Webinar recording, how can you record a session like what I do right now? When I'm doing the session itself, I'm recording and putting it live on YouTube. So how can you do that? And then other challenges, which is something that we have to take care and consider. So moving forward, as the resources, I repeat it again, these are all freemium. Certain amount of features or certain time or pages, whatever it is, given free, but later you have to pay if you want to use something unlimited or more resources. So first we will start with ClassMarker. So ClassMarker is a secure, professional, and web-based quiz maker. Yeah, it can be real time, it can be submitted later, it can be retaken, or you can say no retaken, and even negative answers, everything can be taken care and graded instantly, saving your hours of paperwork. That is much more important. I'll come to this link later after showing you this a demo. So while going to ClassMarker, this is the website for ClassMarker. You have to register first. Okay. So when you click on register, there are certain places where students can take, that is test takers. So for students, they need not to register, but when we generate the quiz or exam, we have to generate registration codes also. These registration codes will be the registration for the students. So they have to just enter the code and the name, that's all. Or even we can make it anonymous and just the code is also fine. So that it will let them in to take the quiz. And then administrators, of course, for educational purpose, you have to register to create test as a faculty, that you can do. Now, since I have already generated, I am just logging in here directly. So you have to create a username, and then I know the password, and I'm just logging in. So once you log in, there will be a dashboard, and this dashboard is going to actually help you for how to create the questions, quiz, and many more other features, right? So as you can see, this will be the dashboard. So in the dashboard, a recent top group list link, and on your right hand side you can have my data, how many tests you have, how many questions you have created, groups, and many others, right? There are even video tutorials and step-by-step user manual. I learned by just going through these tutorials and step-by-step user manual. So please go ahead, and it will be more details will be given, but I'll give an overview here. So in order to tell you how to start, first you have to create a group. Not necessary, you can start creating a test, but still it will ask for a group, so it's better you start with a group. So you can go to group, click on this group, and then you can create a group. So here already a group I have created, but the option here is new group. you click here and just type the group name, and then you create the group, right? So I'm not going to do that because I have already created. So I just go to the group called FDP, and I'm just going to the FDP. Then I have already created a test called FDP, right? Which you can see here, but I can assign another test also, right? Before doing that, what we will do is we will go to this dashboard. If you mouse over on this dashboard, you will see test, group, links, and results and statistics, right? So through that also you can create a new group. That is also possible. Now let us go and create questions, then we will think about assigning the test. So question bank is there, so you can put a lot of question collections here, right? So that will help you to choose which question to go for which test, and also it will be a question bank, one time job, so create as many possible. So here if you click add questions, either you can import the questions and then do it. There are specific format. When you click on import, they will give you more details. And you can also export questions after doing this. If you want to export, you can also export the questions so that it will be coming out of the software, the platform. If you want to add a question, so you can say click on add to question bank, and there you have to choose which type of question you wanted, whether it is multiple choice, true, false, matching, then free text, grammar check, or even essays. So you can give the question here, and you can tell what are the options, and you can always say the answer key which option is correct. And then you can also give a answer like a question feedback, and then you can say which is the category. So I can create a new category for what type of questions, right? Or which subject. So you can give the category, how much points to be given, whether randomizing the answers are possible, answer selection, whether it should be a checkbox, tick mark, or a radio button, like a round within that, a dot. So this you have to create, and you just have to save it. Now if you want to save some or see some view question examples, you can do that. So yesterday there was a question, how can I put beta, alpha, Armstrong's, and so you can copy paste symbols also. So this will be helping you. So you can copy paste here, it's easily. Equations can be created here like a square root and many other forms, superscripts, subscripts, everything can be created here in this particular ClassMarker. Okay, if you want to see some question examples, you can see here. These are multiple, then true, false, matching, then free text, then grammar, then essays. These are the different question examples. Okay, so when I'm going back to question bank, you have the questions here, right? These questions are already here, and the list will be there. You can see how many points we are giving. All those things are like listed out here. Now we can go to test. Okay, or you go here to dashboard and go to test, or here you can click on test also. So in the test, now we have to create a new test. This is already I have created, but I'll show a new one. Okay, so I'm saying new test, and then I'll say the test name, demo test. Start adding question. You click on that. Now the questions, now here you have to add the question. There are three ways to build the test in ClassMarker. That is fixed question, same question will be given each time. Random question, different questions will be given. This can be taken from the question bank, so which is also could take into consideration. Then combine fixed as well as random questions. So this is like a long-term process. So you can, it's a one-time job to prepare everything, and the software can randomize your questions. That is there. So now you have test questions and test assignments also. So we'll just go with the question. If you want, you can give an introduction about what kind of exam that you are going to conduct, and then you can add fixed questions. So either you can add new questions here and select them to a specific category, or you can select from your question bank. So already we have two questions from the question bank. So here you see, so question 1 and 2. So I'm just click on add question to test, add question to test. Then I say back to test. So demo test is what I created, and there are two questions here now. So you can also create, you can either edit or you can create yourself. That can be done. And then these are the other parameters that could be checked and also given. Now we can say, if you want to see how the test is going to look like, you can say preview text. So that is here, and then you say click start. The test have started. Here you can give timer for each question, how much time they can take, all those answers. So let's say here, if I give false and then next, right? And here I'm making it wrong. Okay, so let's see how it goes. Then I say finish now. Then again it confirms. Then when I confirm, here it tells you the answer. So the correct answer was true, but I selected false, so 0 points. Here all are incorrect, so it's again 0, and it will tell you what is the right answer. So the keys are also given instantly. The grading is also given. It also tells you how much time you took, when you started, when you finished. So it gives you all the details, right? So I just go back and then go to demo test. Now I will assign. Now we have to assign this because we created the questions in the question bank. We created a test, included the questions either from the question bank or create your question itself. Now next is you have to assign. One way is to, you can assign it to a group. We already created a group called FDP, and there is another way to create link, but that is a paid version. So that's why I didn't, that's why I stopped first part. I said you have to create a group. So paid version, you can create a link, you need not to create a group or anything like that. So now I'll assign to a group. I've already created FDP group. I click on that. Now I can even select a pre like a settings, or I can do a default settings. So I'll just go next. Here it says, here it's asked you many questions. When it will be available or unavailable. At what time it should start and when it should end. Now I say it should start from 19 and it should end by 22nd. So we are asking you should take your exam before 22nd 12 a.m. And then show results. So if you want the student to view their results even after 22nd, you can do that. And resume when unavailable. So it's all depend. So put your question mark here. So cursor on top of this, it will explain it a little more better way. How many attempts you can give, like 1 or unlimited or 2 attempts. Test introduction, of course you can give the guidelines. Taking test time limit, as I told you earlier, you can give time limit also. And then resume later, whether to save the test and then take it back later. How to display the question, whether one at a time or multiple questions, whether to randomize the questions, the order, then answers, they must answer or it is optional. All those things can be given here. Then test completion, what all details should be displayed after completion. And pass mark is minimum, what is the feedback for each different pass mark. Then webhook is something that is for API. I don't recommend for you to use it. That is a bit more for advanced users where they wanted to bound to their website or any other web hooks, if they want to link the results from this particular ClassMarker to their school software or something like that. Whether you wanted to generate a certificate, of course it's a paid version only can have it. And email the results and settings, whether to print or allow them to print and copy, all those things. So I just say assign. After looking at all these things, now it is clear. Now we have to create the members also, right? So right, we are back in the dashboard. Just I wanted to show you how to assign the group or new group and how to generate the codes. Here, as you saw, I already had a group generated like FDP and I assigned the test to it. So let me show you how to generate the code, because unless you have the code, you cannot send it to students, right? So you can generate the code. So let me show you that. So for that, you have to generate a new group. So new group means let's say MSc B batch. So the B batch has 25 students. So you can create 25 registration codes for that 25 students, and that code can be used throughout for any test in ClassMarker for the same group. So for example, if I am creating a new group and saying MSc B batch, 2020, right? I created a group, and for this whole academic year, whatever code that you are going to generate can be used throughout for this academic year for that particular batch for different subjects. That is possible if everyone is using ClassMarker. So now you have created the group or class, and then you have to add the members. So you can click on add members, and there are two options. One is register now, or allow users to register themselves. But it's for us to track other subjects also, it's better to do this, register now. So here if you go below, that you can give names and do it. This might also take some time, right? Like giving members also, but I recommend this, but still it takes more time for you. If you're okay with that, you can do that. Otherwise, you can also go with the user option, which creates a registration code. Here the drawback here is you have to create an Excel sheet and assign the code for each of your students, and then to that respective student you have to email, because it's a free version, it cannot be automatically made. So then, yeah, this is good option, and it is easy for you to create, because in register now option you have to enter all these details, and it will take time. So it's better, self registration will be useful. And you can say let's say, as I said, 25 students, right? At a time only 50 students can be created. So let's say 25 students, and it says maximum 1000 users can be registered per group. And as per this account, we have 4970 user places left to use across all your groups, so being it's a free account. So 1000 users can be created per group. I don't think we have that much users or students we are going to have per class. So I selected 25 or 50 maximum, and then I say add member registration code. So now 25 member registration codes are being generated. Now we have to click on print member registration code. It opens in a new window, and you can see that all registration codes are unique. This is where you have to do things by yourself. So you have to assign this registration code to a specific student, and that registration code can be used by that student for any exams that is created under this group MSc B batch 20, for any kind of tests under different categories. I am repeating those terminologies, hope you will understand, which I have explained already. You can export this to Excel, so it is very easy for you to add roll numbers and respective students and email, and then give those registration code to the respective student, so that is a unique registration code for ClassMarker. So that is possible here. Anyway, so after doing this, you have to send it to them. Okay, now we have assigned everything, but we have created a new group, right? So let us assign a test. We have created a demo test anyway today. So let me assign that test itself to them, and I say assign to this group called MSc B batch group. The test is already assigned to this also, but yeah, let us try to see. I don't know, being it's a free version, will it accept? Let us try. You can save test result given via groups with a free account. Yeah, so I given next. Yes, it is possible. So demo test I have taken with the two questions which we have already designed, taken from question bank, and assigned to the group called MSc B batch 20. We have already generated the registration code. So when you're creating a group, the registration codes are also generated for that students or members, and then assign. So now the test is ready. If you want to notify members, you can notify members, but as I told you, some features are paid, as it rightly said, so that cannot be done. And you can go, or the best way is export it as Excel sheet, which I showed you earlier, and then respectively inform them or give a notice board and tell them these are your registration codes for ClassMarker for each person, right? The drawback here is I don't want to disclose all the codes to all the students. It can be misused. So it's better that codes are not shared among the students. It is given to each one specifically. So demo test we have assigned to two different groups. One is FDP and another is MSc B batch. And they will be taking it as per the time when it is available to start we have assigned. And then you can click on the results to watch the results. So this is how ClassMarker is being taken care of. Now the account is free, so let us see what is there in our account. Uh, so 4,945 students can be enrolled, and you cannot send email from here because it's again a free account. So these are the different professional packs available. So we have 100 credits per month and 1,200 test grades per year. So keep that in mind. For free version, you can have only these many credits, and professional versions have different, right? There are many other websites also available. This I just picked up to give you some examples, right? Anyway, so this is all about ClassMarker. So this is very focused. Don't think it is like why can't we do it with Google Form also. Google Form with add-ons you can do it, but this is more professional. You can integrate it with your college software to do grading and time-based. You can specify many things. Of course, Google Form also can do, but a lot of add-ons are required. So security of add-ons are always questioned anyway. Not for all of them, for some. So now that's all with the ClassMarker. Now why I posted this link, because some of you have asked me in the assignment report how to post my LinkedIn profile. So you have to post something similar to this, which is like your public profile. So if you click on your group profile, you will be able to get this link. So this is the link that you have to post here. So next, moving forward, we will look at Google Classroom. So Google Classroom is also kind of a course management system, kind of. The thing is, you can post your YouTube videos or other videos in Google Drive, and then you can share it to students. You can give assignments, you can give homeworks, and the students can submit their homework through the Google Classroom. You can also add a co-teacher. You can add students. Of course, everybody should have a Google account. If your child is less than 13 years of old, you can go to family.google.com, and then parents can add a child account. Always parental control will be available to the parents, and then the child can access the Google Classroom. So that is also possible. Now, Google Classroom, don't think that it has many sophisticated options, but yes, it has, in a way that it is linked to YouTube, it is linked to Google Drive, then Google Forms, then yesterday, as I showed you, like last time, like I showed you the keep option, the notes, like when these are all integrated, Google Classroom becomes a very unique and a collective platform to do the course management. So this aims to simplify creating, distributing, and grading assignments. And primary purpose is to streamline the process of sharing files between teachers and the student. That's what I told you. So teachers can assign a homework or an assignment, and the students can upload it to that particular thing and say it's done. And you can also say which is the timeline they have to do. Calendars, Google calendars are like linked. So you can also manage multiple classes. Same teacher can have multiple classes. Single class can have multiple subjects, so you can mention the section, class, all those things. Mainly it is used for school students, but yeah, I have seen some of the college also they started using Google Classroom during this pandemic situation when they are all learning and studying and doing assignments remotely. And you can invite co-teachers and students and upload documents, questions, schedule classes, etc. This is all available in Google Classroom. So let's go to that. So here is a website called classroom.google.com. Earlier there was something called education platform. So now they made it very simple, Google Classroom. For joining the session, you need to have a classroom ID, right? That is for the students to join. For to create a new class, you can go to this. Of course, you to have a Google account, okay? Then you can create this plus and then say either join class or create class. If you are a student, then join class, you have to give the class code. The class code should be shared by the teacher. Or if you want to create, you can create a new class also. Of course, there are guidelines about the privacy, security, photos, don't share kids' photos, many things are there. So you need to know when you're on the online platform. And again, plagiarism also. Then continue. You have to give a class name, section, what subject, and room. So room is like to understand, it's a common for all. So what is the kind of section, all those things you decide what you wanted to give. And of course subject is mainly required. So I have already created one that is called, I gave a subject name like mechanism driven drug discovery. If you want to select a picture, you can say select theme. There are several themes available as per different subjects. As I told you, it's more focused for school students, but yeah, we can also use it on the college side. And then this is like a chat box or a discussion forum where teachers can post something and students can reply to that. You can create or schedule some announcement. If students are asking some questions, you can so it's like a discussion forum, and this is not public. This is dedicated for that specific students who are being added. Now how to add? You can go to people and you can say teachers. You click here and give the email address and you can add them here. And then students, you can add the students by pressing this button and you can add them also. Otherwise, if you want the students to get accessed, the best way is you just give this class code. So this is the class code, and if they give that class code, for example, if you wanted to join this course, just give this, go to classroom.google.com, give this class code, you will get joined. Now it is my right as a teacher, it's my right whether to accept it or not. But automatically it gets accepted always. Later I can remove it. Okay, that is one way. Next, going to classwork. This is where I told you you can create assignments question, use topics to organize your classwork into modules or units, and order the work. You can schedule it, when is the last date, and you can also create a class drive which will be in your Google Drive, teachers Google Drive. So you can so there will be classroom folder will be created in your drive, and then it will go on populating it. Now let me create a assignment or a quiz or a question or a material or reuse. So you can share your materials, you can reuse a post or a topic to be discussed, all those things. I'm giving an assignment. I'm saying an assignment, as you already have an assignment, like webinar recording of CAD. Make it before June 21st, 8 p.m. Right? I think some of you would have already got some hints. We will discuss that. So here, this is for this particular class. Whether you want to give it to all students or specific group of students, I don't have many students here. That's why it's just showing how many points to be dedicated for this assignment. Whether it is ungraded, when is the due date? You can select the due date. Then what topic? You can also create a new topic, and also you can create a rubrics which could be imported from the sheets if you have already created. And then you can schedule. For example, it's not necessary that you just sit and create all the assignments for the whole year. You can schedule it also, at which point, at which month these assignments to be given, or you can save it as a draft. Now I can just assign. When I do assign in the classwork, it got just created. Okay, so you can see webinar recording of CAD. Now the students will come and click on this, and we will get to know how many of them have turned in, and how many got assigned. So here 0, because I don't have any students here. So if there are 50 students here, then we will come to know how many have turned in. And if you want to view their assignments, you click on view, and we can see each one of the links or files. Everything will be coming here, right? So this is, as it rightly said, the distribution, collection of your assignments, everything can be done here. And at the end, the grades also can be done, and you can click here to how the grading to be done, whether to grading to be done on total points, weighted by specific category. You can create a specific category also. So when you're creating a classroom, this is your classroom settings page. It's very simple, nothing to do, and it's again completely free. Now if you say what is the limitation here, the main limitation is the space. If your Google Drive has many space, students can go ahead. Even one more thing is there, let me show you another one. This is where a teacher, right, I have also enrolled in just to show you with my classwork that to be submitted. So this is one classwork called words with alphabet that to be submitted. So I can view the assignment and I can submit it. So this is like we can join. So once it is being assigned, add or create. If I want to submit the particular assignment, so when a teacher is created, if a student want to submit, either you can give your Google Drive, whether you or you can give a link to any other website like SlideShare if you want it. Then you can upload a file, or you think that you wanted to create a slides from here directly, that also can be generated. So you can create a doc, slide sheet. If you're writing something, of course you want to scan and upload, right? So you can also choose file. So all your assignments can be taken in that way. So on your left hand side, there are classes. Calendar will tell you what are your deadlines for assignments, and also students will be having a calendar in front of them. Oh, this is the deadline for my submission. So it's a very good managing course management system, mainly for assignment submissions, homeworks, quiz assignments, or many more. Or if you want to announce some specific news, or if you want to post materials, many things, right? On your left hand side, you have it will also list out what are the courses that you are teaching and what are the courses that you are studying. So as a student enrolled, as a teacher teaching. So this is the options that you are available with Google Classroom, and all your classes will be listed out here like this, right? So I have one pending assignment that I have given to student which is due on Monday. So this is like reminders also will pop up here, and I can easily access the folder for this course. So whatever students are creating new, I can get the submissions here, or they're uploading some files, that comes here. So this is with the Google Classroom. It's simple and crisp. Anybody can use it. Now, going forward to the next resource, very interesting one, Google Form certificates. If you want to create a Google Form certificate, there are a few things that to be taken care. We are using an add-on called as Certify Them. That is an add-on that is used in Google Certificate. So it's an auto generation of certificates from graded quiz. Very important, because for a normal form you cannot add this certificates. Maybe their option, but I've never explored it on that, but mostly it is graded quiz. Add-on helps to generate custom certificates too. So the particular add-on has their own formats to create certificate, but you can generate your own certificate. I will show you how to create that. Then using personal ID only with 100 emails per day. For example, you have a Gmail account, you can create only 100 certificates per day. If you have 300 participants, you should take 3 days to generate them. And if you have a G Suite account, like a professional accounts of the Google or the business accounts, then it ranges from 500 to 1500 emails per day can be sent, right? It depends upon the Google account how many email certificates that could be sent. So let us go through that, right? So this is where assignment report that you have to submit, just for the purpose of what to say, showing you how this to be done. I just made let me see that. Yeah, I just made this as this question as a quiz response. For that, what you have to do is after I know you already did a graded quiz assignment in the first from the first session. That particular form is enough if you have enabled this option. If you have not enabled in that form that option, you have to do a new one. So you can go to settings, then click on quiz. You have to enable make this as a quiz. Bottom options doesn't depend. You can choose any of these options, that is okay, and save it. After saving, you have to select the questions and say answer key. So if you click on the edit button, then it will come as answer key. You have to say which is your right answer, and for that right answer, how much points you wanted to give, 5 or 10, or how much points you want to give, right? And then click on done. So I have created this as one example, and all the others normal links, and this also I have given answer key for 5 points, right? If they answer, so if I answer key, anything they answer, they get 5 points, like that, right? So This is the first step. After that, you have to go to this particular option, right? These three dots, and go to add-ons. Click on add-ons, and then a new window will pop up. In that pop-up, you can either scroll down, you should see them, something called as certify them, right? This is the add-on that we are going to use for generating certificates, right? Right now, this is the only add-on available to generate those certificates. So just click on it, and then there will be an option to install, or plus symbol will be there. Just click on it. For me, I have already installed it, so it is just showing uninstall, right? So you can just click on install. That's all you have to do, and you can refresh if it is not loading. And then once it is being installed and you refresh the page, already your form is a graded quiz form where you have already given answer key, what the point. You will have an icon like this, like add-ons. Click on this and you will see now certify them. Click on certify them. I think there is some issue because it did not load, right? So let me just refresh it. So as we have said, we have, after installation you have to refresh it. After refreshing, you have to go to this button, certify them, and this menu will be coming. I'll talk about recent certificates later. And then so show certify them controls, click on that, and then you will have the window coming up. Ensure there is no ad blocker, script blocker. If those are there, it doesn't work, so keep that in mind. So I have also faced this issue even in Chrome also. So make sure that you have the scripts are being allowed in your particular website, for at least for docs.google.com. Now here it says certification is off. Please turn it on. So once it is turned on, or whatever the submission coming through this particular form, if they are getting a specific grade, they get the certificate, otherwise not. Records I'll show later. Before that, you have to mention how much is the minimum passing mark, whether it is 80%, 85%, 10%, or whatever. Either proactively we can make some questions and make it 100 marks, one question, so then he gets passed, right? So that way also can be done if you wanted to give it to the public to generate the certificates, or if you are doing it yourself, there is another way also. Manually do it, you enter it actually. So just for demo purpose I'm doing this, right? Now template, they, as I told you, they already have certain templates available, so you can preview them, or you can even email a sample to yourself. So certificates can be only sent via email, or they will be able to send a link for the Google Drive link, but still it will be an email, right? So you can preview the templates that they have. So you can press on preview all, so it goes to their website, and these are the certificate preview that they have. You cannot change anything, you can just change whatever name that they are giving, right? So this is all we have, but we want to create something custom, right? That is what I'm going to show you. Before doing that custom, you need to know specific things. What are the kind of records they have? For example, they collect email, they collect name, they collect institute, and other identifiers whatever required. Certificate ID is automatically created during the certify them. Now, why I specifically mentioned you need to know what are the certificate IDs or records, it's very important. So these are the records that we have to give it in our custom design that we are going to give, and the custom design to be done in a slide, Google Slides. Okay, let us do that. So slides, it's a capital, slides.google.com. I'm going there. Then I can create a slide. I have already created one, so let me show you that. Just for demo purpose. So yeah, for the first time the Google Slides load, it takes a little bit of time. So I just created on June 14th. I already create. You can also create. So just press this, or you create your own. You can change the landscape or straight, So this is kind of a demo I wanted to do. So here, where all you want to make modifications, I am saying this is how you do it. Let me show that. Just a minute. Let me zoom it. Yes. So here the records, we know this is the full name. If you want to insert that in your certificate, you have to give this, like two parentheses, the bracket, curly brackets, then give full name, then double, then you give comma, then again you give, and if you want to enter the ID, let's say, or institute, right, institute that to be collected, so you can say institute, and then again close the parenthesis. So now this will collect the full name from the form and the institute from the form and fill it here. Now if you want to have a different color, different font size, all things can be done here. After typing this, you can go to color. Let's say I wanted italics here, and I want to make the color probably violet color, just for namesake, just showing you. Okay. So and I wanted to get it underlined. Okay, so I made it underlined, gave a, then I will also give a different what to say, a font. So I'll give a Roboto font, and this is done. This is set now. Okay, this is saved. Now let us close this slide, and it should be done only in slide. You can pick up any of your formats. So here if you see, this is a picture. I made it as a picture, and then on top of that I added a text box and then added it. If you're designing completely your certificates on the slide, that is also fine. After that, also records are also there, that is, let's let it be there. After that, you have to go back to your form, and then in the template you have to select use a custom template. Click that custom template. Now it will ask you which file you have to choose, which current custom template has to be chosen. You have to say select a new file. It will show only the slides, so keep that in mind. It will show only slides, that is a presentation. That's why I told you that you have to create it from slides. Click the demo certificate, that is what I did right now, you can see, and then select it. So now in that all the format will be taken. Whatever that data is updated will be just the full name and the institute, that's it. So based on what is there in the record in this particular fields, like whatever is given here, if you want to give a total score in your certificate, you can give double parenthesis total space score, close the parenthesis. That score also will be written in the certificate. If you think you want certificate ID in a different place on the certificate, you can mention open double parenthesis and say certificate space ID, then close the parenthesis. Automatically this whatever ID generated will be coming there. So whatever the content coming in the certificate is depending upon the first row of this particular record, and this can be accessed from here, certificate records, right? Now it is saying that 100 remaining, so per day you can send only 100, as I told you, if it is a Gmail account. Now if you click on advanced, there are a few more options there. Let me help you with that. Exam options, you can give a message upon submission. You will receive the printable certificate shortly. Of course you will receive a PDF copy, and then you can mention who has sent, what is the subject email, content of the body, whether it to be BCC to you, all those things can be mentioned. Here you can say whether it should be image or PDF, whether it should be a Google Drive or email. But if it is a Google Drive, you have to have share access to everybody. I don't recommend that. So automatically it will try to send email. Okay, so save changes. So those settings are all done. Now let's try to see how it is going to generate. I will give a, okay, now this is all on. Now let me open this particular form. Okay, just we are doing a test. So I'm giving email address, okay, and full name, institute, I'll say some NRI, and then here I'm giving the grade, and this one I'm just pasting some link, okay, just for the purpose. So don't think that I'm giving, so just for the purpose of showing you some data, one and some name. Here I'm giving this, thanks, and I just submit it. I didn't give any comments there. If you got the grade, this much should be given and all. I didn't say anything there. Rather, what I'm going to show you is what is the kind of certificate that was generated. Keep in mind it will take some few minutes, so don't think that it will be coming up very soon. So wait for some seconds. I actually received the email just now saying this particular uh, certificate is being sent to you. So let me wait for that. Let me wait for the, yeah, it is generated now. Is it generated? No. Yeah, it should come here somewhere. Let me wait for a few more minutes. Yes, in fact I got the PDF in my email saying that you have passed with a certificate ID. It should also come in this Google Drive. Oh no, it won't come because I already said to email, right? So let me show you that email, or I will do once again with the Google Drive as an option. So at least I need not to go to email, being I'm in a public domain. Okay, so I'll go to advanced. It was by default the Google Drive anyway, but I changed it to email. So it will come as an email. I received the email. I don't want to show it here, my email contents. So let me do it on Google Drive so that I have to redo it once again. Okay, so you can click on view accuracy to see what is the right answer and other things and all if you want to just, but you cannot resubmit it. That's how that form was created. And I will just take the exam once again. I'll give the same email address, and then XYZ sum, and then I'm giving the result and just copy pasting the similar ones. Here now it should create it in our Google Drive. Who have created this form, so that this will also help us to get the data. See, the assignment is being submitted. Of course I received an email, but apart from that, now I should, yes, you have the PDF is also generated because I selected Google Drive, right? So let's see the I think I made some mistake. Let me see, what was that? Institute, maybe the spelling mistake or something. Anyway, here the name has come properly. So you can see here the Girinath Pillai automatically came where I gave full name. Instead, I think maybe a typo, like spelling mistake or something, it should come. So this way the PDF will be generated and sent to the participants. So please play around. I don't want to redo it again because I have few more things to show you. So play around, and keep in mind it all should depend upon the same record IDs of certify them. It should match. If it doesn't match, it won't work. So institute, if you're asking institute, it should be institute itself that you have to give. Some mistake has happened, so you can probably, I expect that since I gave it in the same line, probably you can give it as in a separate text box as a different field, because in the same text box I gave the both the field. Probably that could be a reason, right? uh, I've never used it for certificates, but yeah, recently I came to know, and this is a good option. Anyway, so keeping all these things in mind, you can create a new certificate. And one last option which I wanted to show you is that let's say 100 is done for today, but there are more there, right? So tomorrow you can click on this resend certificate. So after the 100 is sent, whatever not being sent, automatically certify them will get to know. And when you click on resend certificate, from the 101 person, they will start sending the certificate. So it's proactive there. So you, even if you have 300 registration per day, 100 will go. The next day you can send another 100. That's how it works. Really handy. It's all depending on how you design the certificate and how you design your form. That's all it is. It will take care of it automatically. So, and let me clearly tell you, this assignment report, I will be disabling all the grades anyway. This is just for demo purpose. I showed you this. If you see the responses, I am just going to delete all the responses anyway, right? Okay, so we won't be using certify or grades in the assignment report. I'm just remove all the response and turned off. Once it is turned off, you don't get any certificates for this. And in order to have certificate, I told you, you need to have a graded quiz embedded in your form, right? So this is all about generating certificates automatically from your Google form. Okay, if it doesn't work, as I told you, you have to allow the scripts. So here there is an option. Here you click and say site settings, and if you go to site settings, there will be options for scripts and others, and you have to enable it. Okay, you just Google it, you will be able to JavaScripts, and you have to allow it by default, otherwise it doesn't work. Okay, so these are the options available. Edit it here, continue from here. So that's where we are, and now we are going back to the next hands-on, that is Lightstream, StreamYard, and OBS. These are the platforms where you can live stream your screen, your audio, your video. I know in YouTube you can directly go and go live, but that is mostly your webcam gets live. But if you want to share your screen, you need to do some extra work. Either you need to have an offline software called as OBS, Open Broadcasting System, or online web browsers like Lightstream and StreamYard platforms. Lightstream will help you to stream up to 4 hours per month. StreamYard helps you to stream for 20 hours per month. So directly you can stream to YouTube. Not only to YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and many more is available. The advantage is there is for a beginner, always you can use Lightstream and stream, because you need not to do any configuration. It's super easy, and I'm going to show you. So and you can create a studio, broadcasting studio, put settings and all. Like if in the news channel, if you want to have any bottom some I don't know what that name is called, you want to put some text rolling, that also can be done. So let me show you that. OBS is something that is offline software. So let me start from there. So OBS is, this is the website. You can go to OBS Studio, download as per your respective website operating system, and you can share your screen, webcam, and many more. This is completely free, but keep in mind, when you're doing a session and doing a streaming, not recording the screen, but when you're streaming, it uses tremendous amount of CPU. So you need to have at least a decent laptop or computer to do this mechanism. Yeah, and also good amount of internet bandwidth of internet, because you are uploading your data to YouTube or some other streaming platforms. Otherwise, if you record, the recording files will be locally in your machine, right? So please search YouTube how to set up and recording and streaming in OBS. There are plenty of videos. I'm not going to show it right now, but I'll be showing what you can do it online. First thing is the StreamYard. Okay, StreamYard, of course you can create an account. Always let me give the Gmail or whatever account to be given, and you will get a code in your Gmail and or your email address, whatever you're going to give, and the code will be coming from something called your friends, and then you give that code. So I got this code. Every time you will get different code, and then I log in, right? After you log in, you get a page like this. As I told you, a limitation of 20 hours per month, and they will also put their logo StreamYard when you're on live. We will do a test now. So create a broadcast, and I have already integrated my YouTube channel. Otherwise, you can click on plus symbol and you have to say whether it is YouTube or LinkedIn or Facebook or Periscope, which is from Twitter, Twitch. RTMP server is only for paid. So you can search, select the YouTube channel. It will go to your Google account. You log in the Google account, approve it, allow. That's it. Then it will be always here. And you can skip this if you want to just record it only. Just record it, put it in your cloud, whatever they have. So they give you some storage space also to keep the recorded videos, like what you can do a offline record. I don't recommend this. Because you have other softwares available offline to do that. So you can click on this, because that is where I'm just saying demo live test, and I gave just for demo, or if you're really doing, you can do that. I'm just saying unlisted for now, because otherwise my subscribers will get a notification. So I'm making it unlisted. I can even schedule it later. Schedule it later means I'm doing it tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Or if I wanted to do live right now, I can say create broadcast. So when you say create broadcast, a broadcast studio will be created. That's what it is trying to do. Now, before going live, we are not yet live, right? So you can even allow webcam and access. So initially you have to give access, otherwise it will not go. So you just allow the access, right? And then you can say stop cam. Okay, then your video won't be shown, and you can also mute yourself if you wanted to mute. Otherwise, if you're just keeping it, so you can see whether his mic you're working is or not. Display name, I'll just give Giri. Enter the broadcast studio. Now while I entered the broadcast studio, it is blank. What should I give to the people, right? First is I wanted to share my mic is already there, so I am saying add my mic to the stream, right? That is added. Then I wanted to have share my screen, so I am sharing my screen. So share screen. So one window will pop up. You click this screen, or you can click specific application window or specific Chrome tab also. That is your choice what you wanted to share. Entire screen. Hope you remember, this is why I told you when you wanted to present, keep only what you want to present. Rest of things you close everything, because sometimes when you share, you might accidentally share your personal details or some other things. So it's better that you keep only what you want to share. So here I have kept only this, so I'm very freely I'm sharing my entire screen. I just click on share. At the bottom you will get something like this, hide notification. Just click on please hide, otherwise it will be always showing there. So this share screen is there, that is also added. So myself and add. So if you're having a webcam, it is better that you add this also, otherwise you can remove from there, so that your screen will be full. Okay, I hope you got the difference. If you have in a webcam, you can add it to stream so that you will be also visible, otherwise you can just remove it. Okay, clear? Now comes the fancy parts. Okay, so here if you want to add a banner, right, you wanted to add a ticker, that is a name called ticker. So I create a banner saying that this is my channel, please subscribe. That's it. And I'm saying to scroll it, add banner, and I'm saying this ticker should be shown. So you can see at the bottom, this is my channel, please subscribe. Or if you want this channel, welcome to this channel, you can also say show that also. So welcome all of you to this channel. So this is what is sticker. You can select one at a time, right? Next is branding. The branding I told you, being it's a free version, they will be showing you powered by StreamYard. So no other choice, you have to go with it. If you want to upload and all, you have to pay for it. So if you want to customize that, you have to pay for it. So this is what called freemium. And then that's all. Comments and private chat I'm not adding because it's all YouTube specific, so let's leave it there. Now I'm clicking on go live. Okay, So it is already recording my video, I mean the screen. I have not enabled my webcam but enabled my mic and just said go live. Okay, I just clicked on go live. Now you should expect that in my YouTube it is already live. Let us check that out. So I am going to my YouTube. Being I kept it as what to say, unlisted, it won't be shown to all of my subscribers until I share the links to them. So but if you wanted to make it public, of course you have to do that, right? So I'm going to my studio, which will anyway show me what are the videos that is currently live. Okay, I don't know, bit taking time, it's okay. Yes, so I'm going to video. Every account, YouTube account, will have a studio anyway, YouTube studio. And then go to the live tab, and yes, here it is. You are seeing the demo live test here live, so it is running now. If I change my screen, or if I put different screens, it should all come up there. So here you can see it is saying it is live, right? It is live. So this can be managed. So comments, everything will, you can see here it is unlisted, all those parameters. I'm not going to take a class for YouTube anyway. Just check Google or search how to manage the videos and other things. So this is one way to directly record and stream it to YouTube directly. So you have 20 hours monthly free with this particular. If you want to end the live session, you can end the broadcast. So it stops streaming to YouTube. And in the YouTube, it will ask, you can give whatever you wanted to give, your feedback, and then so your live session is ended. If you go to YouTube, it will take some time to get updated, or I'll just refresh it. Probably when I refresh it will get updated. So now it is saying live, but it shouldn't say when we ended the broadcast. So let me check it right now. Yeah, it is done. So I recorded like 1 minute 48 seconds of video and it is ended. So it's very easy, seamlessly, very what to say, you not too much of technical hardships there. It's very easy. So I'm just logging out, okay, to make sure I don't do a mistake, by mistake another stream. The another one is light stream. This is also similar thing, with a different experience, right? So here also you can go for, when you click on get started, go to studio, that is Lightstream Studio, and then here you have to choose which is your kind of stream you want. Mostly we prefer YouTube. And then the studio opens, and then when you're opening the studio, you have to select which Google account. So it is always bound to your account is Lightstreamish. So here automatically it connects my YouTube channel, and it creates a studio automatically. So the studio is here right now. So again, here also you have to allow your microphone and this thing. And here there will be something called as browser screen. Just delete it. I don't want to use it right now. If you click the plus button, there is some option called as text, image, camera, like your webcam, remote guest, screen share, and all. So here we are doing a screen share. So click the screen share. Again, the same options will come up. You can select whatever option you require. Here I'm selecting entire screen, so you can see entire screen is, and you have to click on hide so that it gets hide. And you can see at the bottom there is a watermark, being it's a free account, so they say it's powered by Lightstream. Now you can add an audio, so go this and say audio, so that audio also will be there. So audio source, and you can say whether it is based on mic or whatever, you just select it. So audio source is also being added. We choose a device, right? Now we have screen and audio. Now if you want webcam, you can go to this and say camera, and it adds a webcam. That is also possible. I don't want, right? So now we are ready to go with streaming. Before streaming, you have to choose a resolution. The max is 720, because anything above 720 you have to pick. But 720 is decent for even to display some text, and it is clearly mentioned only 4 hours is applicable, right? Then here you have to give the names. So here I can say what is a stream title. I am saying second demo test. Okay, again unlisted. For you, you can make it public also, and that's all. And I'm saying go live. So now it will be posting your screen directly to YouTube live. Wait for some seconds, few seconds. Of course, internet speed is completely dependent. Okay, so now I'm going to YouTube, and let me check whether that is there or not. So already we have demo live test which was recorded with the other platform, StreamYard. Now let's check whether this live is also there in our YouTube channel. Here it goes, to demo test, that is also there. So this gets start streaming, so that is also possible. Okay, so you have to be on the same screen which you shared, otherwise it won't share it. So you can also add a scene. If you want to add a specific other things, that also can be sent to live, or you can select this, which is already we have selected to send to stream. So there are plenty of options here, but as I told you, please more you look at Google or search engines to see what are more things can be done. I'm not going to take deeper here. These are the options available. I'm just ending the stream. Okay, so this will be also automatically updated there in your YouTube also, right? This is something easy for everybody. I'm just logging out since I logged in with my Google account. These are safe, already validated authentications. Okay, now after all these things about the recordings we are done, and now let me go back to our slide. Before going there, let me show one more thing. This is called whiteboard.fi. This is something that if you wanted to instantly scribble something, I say whiteboard, you can enable people to enter the lobby, image upload, anything can be done. You better enable slow mode so that students can slowly respond. Create a new class. This is exactly similar to your Menti, Socrative, everyone. So when students are going to whiteboard.fi, they have to enter this room code. When they enter the room code, they will be able to see your whiteboard. So when I click on my whiteboard, this is my whiteboard, and the students will be able to see it. So let me open a new tab where I can visualize this particular screen. Okay. Okay. I think where is it? Yeah. So my whiteboard, this is here, and on the student whiteboard, I think I'll open in a different browser. That makes better. So I'm on a different browser now. Okay, so this is the how the student will look at, and I have the room key already being given as a link. So I'm just giving Giri and join the whiteboard class. So teacher has not written anything there, so this is how we see it. Okay, so let me write something on teacher's board. This is my teacher board, right? So I'm going to write something. This is a circle, and I'm dividing it that into 4 quadrants. So even though teacher drawn something, you have to push it to all the students. So you say push it to all the students. Now pushing, and it was pushed to all students. Now you'll see in the students whiteboard also you will see it. So you can prepare it and then do it. Otherwise you can always see toggle teacher whiteboard. Otherwise you can, when the teacher is pushing it only, it will be coming to you. So if I want to delete, I am deleting everything. Sorry, this was clear whiteboard at the bottom, and then I'm again drawing maybe a square, and then I say okay, push it to whiteboard. So if you have a specific tablet where you can write as a pen, like touch sensitive pens, then Yes, it will be really helpful so you can see the squares also. So this is something online, live. There are softwares also available. Please, there is open whiteboard software also available. While you're presenting or sharing your screen, on top of that also you can do. I have something there. Let me show you. Open whiteboard. Let me check it. I installed it. Yeah, open board. So this is something software which works for all. I can say that show whiteboard. So this is the board, and just a minute. Yeah, so this is the board that I am having here. So I can scribble and say, yeah, this is what I am scribbling. You can see, right? So this is what I can scribble on top of any other platforms. So if I'm doing a presentation, I can like scribble, or I can mention it. All those things are possible. I can erase them. I can erase the complete screen. Those things are possible. You can store it. It's all available. Okay. So in order to get out, you can say get out of the software, like open board and quit. So this software is available in all the platforms anyway. So these are the two other final things that I wanted to tell you. Now going back, the final and very important. There are challenges in these online sessions. Stress management is something very important. Then technology glitches, of course, we already faced during these three sessions. Power shutdown, internet unstable, bandwidth might be not good, audio issues, background noise, all these things. Gadget availability, whether you have a good laptop or you're still on mobile or a tablet, so that, and distractions. But coming to stress management, that is a very key point. I'm going to only focus on that. Fear of missing out. Students will have, okay, I missed something hearing because I looked at something else. Distractions. Technology glitches, because student will also have network glitches. They might not hear you properly. Gadget availability, they might be having a mobile, they are looking at small window, but you're showing too many text, it will be difficult for them. Then distractions, if someone is calling at home or someone is making noise. Then lack of sleep, they might not have slept properly. Eye strain, being looking at the screen for a long time. Brightness, keeping everything bright, that is also. To overcome the stress management, we can always request students to find a way to focus, like in between, take rest, and make a definite time how much to be focused. And also seek out social support, like try to interact with your friends or family. Help others and cope up with it, so that you help with their assignments, or also help with them to get learning and other things. Find way to manage disappointment. You might be having disappointment, whether I am also learning the same way. It is very difficult to learn. Always I used to directly physically interact and talk to teachers if I have any doubts. Now I feel reluctant to talk to them. So try to find a manager, or try to talk to your teacher directly. Limit your media consumption. That is very important nowadays. Too much of tensions and too much of media consumption is there. Just make a decision, like, okay, every day I'm going to listen to news only for 15 minutes or 20 minutes once, or maybe once in the morning, once before going to bed. That's it. I'm not going to regularly follow the media. So that can also reduce your stress. Automatically it gets there. I have gone through that and so I really know that. Then focus on things that you can control. That is very important. So prioritize things which is very important. Keep it on the top, others do it later. So prioritize things. So this is one way the challenges to be taken care. So I am almost covered whatever possible that I can do. If I have missed something, yeah, and if you are exploring something, well and good. Trial and error is much more feasible. These are all my personal views, nothing standardized. I am not promoting anything here, but it's all kind of what we wanted to learn, whichever available with us. But I wanted to say something. Yesterday and day before yesterday, I had few queries from the group saying that are there any people who can help us we have the content, we will give it to them. Can they do all the digitization process and everything? So there is a group of partnership. They have Martins. They take care of this digital learning pedagogy, enhanced learning effectiveness, intuitive, and also open source. Of course, there might be some payment, but you have to directly contact. I don't know anything about them. I just found on Google about them. So These are their details. I just contacted them whether these numbers are correct. Yes, they are correct. So it's a course management system and learning management system platform support. They go with Moodle, People First, as well as OpenEdX. So they will be able to help you to design the course content. If you give offline, they can digitize it, like offline to online transformations. So keeping that all in mind, assignments are there. Let me tell you, the assignment deadline is being extended because of the today's glitches and other things. So let us keep it Sunday night, that is June 21st night at 8 p.m. So the only one more assignment is pending for you. You have to go either to StreamYard or go Lightstream. Whatever presentation that you have created already in your SlideShare or Google Slides, you can present it on your screen with the webcam on or not, your choice, it's your privacy, but ensure that the audio is on, the mic is on, and then stream it live to your YouTube channel. Anybody having Google, you will have a YouTube, Google account, you will have a YouTube. You can make it unlisted so that nobody else will be looking at it. You can do that option. If you want to be public, you can do that, or if you think nobody wants to see it without sharing the links, you can make it private. But at least for the assignment submission, please make it unlisted. If you feel that I don't want my video to be public, you can make it unlisted and you can submit it. Okay, and then e-certificates will be given to everybody who have at least attended 80% of every session for the 3 session that is being carried out. Assignments also to be submitted within the deadline, and submission of feedback form. The host will be sharing the feedback forms in Slack so that you can fill the feedback form once you complete all the assignments and other things. And thank you so much bearing with me for the 3 days of these sessions. We have faced all the difficulties what you have already submitted during the pre-evaluation of this FDP. We have faced what saying internet issues, power shutdown issues, glitches on technologies, and many more. So this is a learning process. We have learned all those things. I know many of us, few of you have issues. Please speak out. We will be able to help you. When you are telling your problems, please be very specific. What kind of error you got, what specificity is there, we will be able to help you with that. So with all that, I really enjoyed interacting with you all in Slack as well as Lively, and we can have one more session, just a Q&A session, probably kind of 1 hour. We can do that, and that also we can post it in YouTube. So that you can clear your doubts. So it's like a live question and answers. Okay, so wishing you all good luck, and I hope you will make use of these tricks, tips, and whatever that's being shared through these 3-day sessions. Make use of it. If you are not able to use it, you can pass it on, transfer the knowledge. That's what is my key motto now. Thank you so much.